Alright, thanks for checking out one of our videos here on YouTube. This is going to be a, hopefully, repair video on this unit. It's a Gallagher M1500, the old purple one. This one was manufactured, well, here, I'll start over. The first variation of this unit was called a Super 60 with a little 2 next to it. It had a purple with a picture of a lamb or sheep on the front of it. Same case, kind of purplish case. Now if you find one, to get one that's like gray because it's been beat up by the sun and aged for so many years, because that's 40 years ago, back in the late 80s, mid-late 80s, with a Super 60 little 2 on it. And then early 90s is when the Gallagher came out with this variation of name and stickers type. It's an M1500. It's a purple case. Its guts were the same as the Super 60, maybe updated a little bit, but they share the same setup. You could interchange parts between the two units. They were basically the same, a different sticker. And then that name stayed around. This version of the model stayed around until 2003 or 4, somewhere in that range. And this particular unit is a 2003. See, 03. That's when it was built. Now, before 98, 99, Gallagher had either over here or over here had like a 5 or 6 digit number on there. As far as I know, those aren't date coded at all. They're just a sequential number. The only where the date was at, if you could still frickin' read it by then, because we're going back 30 years almost, 25, 30 years now, and older. There'd be a sticker, like a spec sheet on the inside that would have a date on there, but sometimes you see those are so worn you can't read them. But anything that's got like a 5 or 6 digit number, that means it's older than 1998, 1999 is before that. So, but this is a good old unit. These things were around for a long time. We don't see them in all that often. I mean, these were $500 or $600 back in their day. These are 15 stored jewel units, probably 10 plus or minus output. That'd be my guess. So we're going to pull it apart here and see what's going on. Now, Gallagher themselves don't make hardly any parts for this thing anymore. You get capacitors for it, and we've got some other minor components and stuff for it, but to buy brand new boards, brand new transformers, everything like that, they are non-existent. So, but they're old school. They're all modulated. Main module, you got your 2 capacitors, your output protection board, you got your transformer, and then there's a down inside here. I pulled the board off for you. Down inside here, you got your spark gap. There's one going, it's going all the way across the fence. High power, low power, and ground. You see there's little spark gaps all the way across there between each of the main tabs there. That is the lightning spark gap. And then you got your lightning protection board, which has a built-in light bulb. So let's just we'll do some testing here, because we've worked on this unit before, but because it's got our old style custom built transformer from about 7 years ago in there. Don't know if it's bad or not, but we're going to test the capacitors, because I think it's got the original 2003 capacitors in there just because of the age and the color of them. So these are 30 microfarad capacitors. We're just going to test across to the top of both of them, or top of one, and they should add up to be about 60. We're reading about 44. That means these capacitors are reading about 22 apiece. So we'll need to change these out, but that's the least of our worry right now, because it'll still run the way it is with those. That's not going to stop us from, not going to stop the function of the unit. I always like to check these resistors, like to rock and make sure they're not, solder wrench hasn't broken. And then always bend these capacitors, kind of bend on them like that, side to side. Make sure that the solder joints that they're on aren't broke. And this board, is it original? Shit, yeah. 2003 circuit board on there. So it's got that's why Gallagher is worth the money. These things run forever. This thing's 21 years old. Got original main board in it. And looking at it, I think the light bulb's been changed once. I don't see any other touch-up spots and new solder on there, but it looks like the light bulb might have been changed once. This board, I don't see any new soldering on that side, and I would assume, oh shit, I can barely read it, but yeah, 0317, yeah, 0317, whatever, 03, so it's hard to read, so it's really faded, but it's got the original output board, original main board, probably original capacitors. Only thing that's been done maybe in its lifetime of 21 years was we put a new transformer in this thing about 7-8 years ago, I would say. We don't have this version made anymore. The same company makes them, but we have them make a different style for us, and we never had trouble with these. I've never seen one of those go bad yet. I had one. I think lightning got a hold of it on the fence and ground side, but that's not very common. But let's check this board out. We do a few checks on the board. I visually look at this piece right there. That's a MOV. It's for a lightning suppression. But typically this goes, this little thermal shutout, a thermal cutout, right, that little black thing on that clip, that will go bad first. So that piece goes bad first on that clip. You see it's all dark right here by the capacitor. Capacitor's not your issue. That's just cosmetic, because this resistor got so dang hot that it discolored over time, discolored that transformer or that capacitor, because it just like cooked it. But it doesn't mean the capacitor's bad. So we're going to test this little thermal thing. We check it like a fuse. It's good. So sometimes this SCR will go bad. That's not super common either, but it can. It has happened. I've had to change them before, but it's like one of the last parts to go bad that we've had to change on the board. So let's just plug this in. We're going to, for now, leave this board out, and we're just going to put our meter across the two male spade connectors, and we're going to see, hopefully this thing takes right off and goes to clicking, and we're going to see what this voltage is on. It should be able to be over 8, because we're not putting that output board on there to load it down. Transformer's bad. So we went to a different transformer from that manufacturer, but it lasted 7-8 years, so that's a pretty good deal, but it did go bad. And the other one lasted, the new ones that we have made are a lot better. Now we're going to have to put I don't have any, oh look, I don't have any of those other custom built ones in stock though. Oh look. Okay, we got to unplug. What is it? So we'll need to put a new transformer as well as a new capacitors in it. Oh yeah, you see the winding up there, a little bit discolored right there. So the winding up here on this side, it's like it might have went bad. See, it smells funny. It's like plastic. And resin smell like they use on the bobbins on those windings. Alright, so let me go do a little dig. I have a transformer I'm gonna use if I can't find another one of our newer, later updated version of those. Well, let me do a little digging around here and I'll be right back. Alright, well, I did not have one of my custom built ones that we normally would use, but I did have this one, which is a Gallagher transformer from a different model. But we can make it work, and I've done it before. Alright, so we need to get a green one needs to go away. We don't need it no more. Alright, need my regular drill. And I need, try this bit first. Now Gallagher doesn't, like I said, they don't make a factory transformer for it anymore. And the new M1500 transformer, which I have one, right here. It's for the new style M1500. It will physically fit, but it's not the same setup as their current stuff is. And the new M1500s are an adaptive output. Doesn't put out full joules pulse every time. It's an adaptive, so it gradually builds its charge up. And this system and this unit is not built that way. It's not that same type of technology. And so this transformer, it would fit and it would work. The voltage come out, it's like 3,000 volts, because this board isn't building the charge up. And stuff like the newer ones are. So okay, whoops, bring that up a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm just drilling down in the corners here. That's just chewing out some of the plastic, because what I got to do now, because this will physically fit in there, but these corner pieces here, they kind of protrude out a little bit and they bump into the plastic there. So we've got to snip away some of this, so make us a little room. And just using that drill bit to kind of chew away some of it, just speeds up by not have to chip away so much with this tool. And then we'll take this, break it out of there. I don't remember off the top of my head if I need to. Come on. Okay, let's see if I can put this in there without chiseling away anymore. No, a little bit more. I don't know if I need to. I did drill all the way through down to the bottom, but I don't know if I need to do all that. I don't know if I need to. No, just the top ones. Okay, so now it's going to sit in like that. So now we've got that in there, but I'm going to have to glue or, double-sided foam tape. I'll probably use some glue, some strong glue, not frickin' Elmer's glue or whatever. Epoxy might work, but I'll put it in the base here. That'll be good to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to put a little bit on the edge there. Come on. Okay. Once that glue stuff adheres and cures for a full 24 hours, it ain't going anywhere, and it's probably going to be a real pain in the ass to get that out, but might be 20 years from now, and who knows where everybody's going to be in 20 years. This transformer is a 40-year-old design. It's an old style design that Gallagher used to use on some of the other models and other units back in the day. Up until about 5, 6, 7 years ago, they used it. Okay, so now next thing we got to do, get this drill bit out, put this one in. I'm going to drill a hole right. Put one right there. go just a little bit to the side, down a little bit.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get some wire here. Cut it kind of long.
Alright, so now I need a couple spade connectors, because the nice thing about this transformer, to solder anything, is everything's plug on with spade connectors. And I may need to reverse these wires. We'll know once we put the output board on. Thread these wires through those two holes there, like that. We're gonna do a guessing game. We're gonna put one wire up there and one wire down here, and I'm gonna come a little long, so if we need to switch that around, we can. So cut that one right there. So if we need to switch this wire and the red wire around, I'll make sure these wires are long enough that I can just do that. I don't have to put a new wire on and stuff. Save me a little time on the repair. Because I don't remember, there is kind of a polarity to it, because there's a DC input to the transformer. By the time it gets to the board, it's the capacitor, so there is kind of a polarity to it. Okay, there's that. Alright, so that's going to be fine there. We'll be fine there. Yep, so I'll cut it right here. Okay, oop. Get on there. What's wrong here? Oh, that's loose. Don't like that one. When they put that frickin' thing together, they bumped the middle of that spade connector up here. I already crimped the wire out, but where the spade plugs in at, and I can't get the thing plugged on. The little thing inside there, it's kind of popped up, and I can't get it. Yeah, like this one's flat. I didn't realize that. First time I've had that happen before, but yeah, that's better. It was right on there like it's supposed to. Alright, let's put this board back in here. Let's plug it in, and we'll verify that it's working and that the voltage right across those two terminals is correct. quite a bit softer, quieter, because this transformer there is full of epoxy, and all the metal plates that this one had were exposed on the outside, so that's why it radiates the sound out. All the metal plates that are part of this one, this got metal plates in it, but it's deep inside and it's muffled inside that epoxy. That epoxy wasn't there, this thing would be, you know, real loud. So just because it's quieter does not mean it is weaker. Okay, right where we want to be. May have to reverse the polarity on those, I don't know yet. Alright, so now the next thing I need to do, I need to get some of that, oh, I roll a red wire here. Let's see. Now we need to crimp on a couple of female spade connectors onto this one. Smaller gauge ones. Alright, so let's board. The wires plug into these two spots right there. So I gotta put on a couple of male spade connectors. We're going to spider. Yeah, spider, what are you trying to do? One. Alright, crimp on another one of those. And it's going to go right there. Alright, and that's going to be, cut it right there. Now, where's my male spade that we just had a moment ago? Grab another one. A little too much exposed on that one. Alright, we'll crimp that on there. Plug this in here. I've got a feeling, I'm not 100% sure, I may have my polarity backwards on my input side of the transformer. Don't know yet. I'm just going to push that over a little bit. And then push that way a little bit. Just to lessen the chance of it touching. Okay. Same thing over there. There. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll check the output. And we're also going to make sure that this light flashes every single time. time. So far so good. Check the output voltage. $7,000 volts. Let's see what kind of spark it'll throw. For curiosity's sake, we still need to put the new capacitors in there, but oh yeah, hot mama. All right, well, I mean, I'm just gonna swap capacitors. You unplug wires, plug them in. That's basically what we're gonna do, and then we'll be good to go. Because those are reading 22 or 44 combined out of 60, so it's lost, you know, a bit of its charge. So that means the joule output's going to be a bit lower than what it is. And I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to just cut it to the chase here, stop the video, and then I'm going to maybe I'll make a second video of this unit after it's already done, back together, and everything's been changed over. We'll do a joule test and all that fun stuff on it. But anyways, thanks for checking our channel. Until next time, have a good day, be safe, and see you later.